sandwich. I came over here to eat. You're making me bring
Except
stuff.
then it becomes the big discussion about the stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
Whose stuffing is the best? And everybody's got their own little take on it.
No, yeah, all sorts of stuff going on.
I just mentioned to you during the story there, I actually found a turkey in turkey breast in my freezer that I had grabbed in 2020 during the meat shortage and threw in there. So dig deep, friends, because you don't know what's back in the hinterlands of the freezer. And you can find some good stuff. Yeah.
What's the stuffing? What's the stuffing at the Kling
It's
Manse?
Big Sue's stuffing every year. That's my mom's stuffing. I actually put that on our website last Thanksgiving. It's a super simple recipe. Just type in Betsy Kling mom stuffing. Probably will get you there. WKYC into Google, and you'll nail it down. Pretty tasty stuff. I will say that. All right, clouds and sun to begin the day tomorrow, and temperatures are going to be in the 40s. Cloudy skies expected to be back for the afternoon and the evening. Then rain is going to be catching up to us probably after dark. Here's the satellite and radar, and I know we have a little bit of clearing that has moved in right now, so it's kind of like, oh, isn't that nice and pretty? Out to the west of us, we have high, thin clouds that are moving in. Now, this is the infrared satellite imagery. That's why we can see these nice, bright, white clouds. Remember, the infrared satellite imagery is heat sensing. The whiter the cloud, the colder it is, and the cold clouds live in the top of the atmosphere. So those are cirrus clouds, and they are always the harbingers of change. And boy, do they signal some changes that are coming in. A huge storm system that is going from the northern border all the way to the south. Big thunderstorms raking across the deep south. Meanwhile, watch how this is just starting to wrap up here in the nation's midsection. That's kind of the center point of the storm system, and that will be moving east. There's a whole lot that this is going to start to change then, as we are anticipating a pretty big pattern change setting up through the rest of the week. First thing it's going to do, though, is actually bump our temperatures up tomorrow. You can see this little peak of warmer air that's moving all the way into southern sections of Minnesota. But out to the west, the cold air is lingering, and that cold air will finally unlock as we get into the latter part of the forecast. Let's go national to Zymart, not necessarily hour by hour, maybe day by day in this case. We'll go hour by hour in the near term in just a moment. But watch how this thing starts to wrap up in the center part of the country. Heads right east into the Tennessee Valley. We end up with rain. So we're anticipating the rain to get here late tomorrow, really start to spread across the area tomorrow night. Widespread rain on Friday, rain likely through a good chunk of the day on Saturday, but by Sunday, just in time for trick-or-treat, hopefully we're going to be seeing a little bit of a lull in that rain. It's at that point in time that we'll be watching yet another little storm system fire up in the Plain States. Now, the interesting thing about this picture is, yes, there's rain, and yeah, there's snow, but you can kind of see a line right there, and that line is associated with the cold air that is sinking south out of Canada. This is a sign of a signal change that is setting up for us, and that signal change will become the boundary, the dividing line that will then start to really fire things up. So it's a rapid fire forecast, and by next Thursday we've got rain in the area. Watch what happens after that. That cold air swings in, and my friends, we awaken the lake. We get a few extra little bits of energy, and that's why we have the SNOW in the long-term forecast. All right, real quick peek at your day tomorrow. We will have a few clouds around in the morning, but they'll be high, thin clouds. By midday, those clouds start to thicken up, but look at these temperatures. We're probably going to make it into the 60s tomorrow afternoon. This is 3 o'clock, kids coming home from school, no worries. But it's after sunset. Once we get into the overnight, that's when the rain finally gets here. Here's a look at the rainfall forecast. Forgot I threw this in here. Sorry, producers, but you can see we have about an inch plus of rain that's going to be coming by Friday at 11. Remember, the rain continues into Saturday. Here's your Union Home Mortgage outlook. And yeah, temperatures kind of sliding back into the 50s for Saturday, Sunday. With the rain in here, we'll get a break for trick-or-treaters. But look what happens after that. And it's not till the end of next week that cold air locks in, and we could be seeing our first wet snowflakes of the season. Woohoo! On that note, we're going to bring in Nick next.